Ready?
Of my ears. Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to Sip Spill and Be Real. Today's episode is a good episode for me because my guest here today is my mom, and what makes it even better is she has her own YouTube channel, which is called When Did I Become the Enemy? So this is kind of like a crossover episode, and today we're just going to have real conversations from where we come from, different generations but same lessons, just in a different way. So if you want, Mom, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, hi everybody. Trina Brooks, Katrina Brooks, aka Trina, um, Benny's mom.
Yeah. So first question is, what was life for you like at my age?
Oh God. um, what are you 27?
I'm 28.
28? Oh, interesting. That was an interesting age for me. 28 is when I got married. At 28, I had just had Deja, the youngest sister. Um, Still trying to figure it out. Still trying to figure it out. At the point, I felt that I was stable. I felt that I was ready. The beginning of my career, which I still have with the judiciary. Guys, again, just at that point, I thought I was stable, ready to get married, and do the happily ever after thing.
Okay. So what is a big difference between your generation and mine?
Most of us then, maybe not all of us now, but a lot of us had morals and values. The loyalty was different. The generation, my generation, listened. We have, our parents' friends. We respected our parents. Our friends respected our parents. We do have a big family, but there's some who, like my mother hung out with ladies that they hung out with that I call my aunts. Their kids I call my cousins. Same thing for father friends, who we call our cousins, father's friends who we called our uncles. So just the respect level is different. Our generation, we lived, we had fun, we was outside, we weren't a what you call that?
Social media era.
It wasn't social media era, so it was a lot of interaction in person. We would, cousins, we hung out at grandma's house, we had fun together, and we weren't entitled kids. We weren't entitled kids. Your generation is entitled kids. We worked for hours. We hustled. We was outside, snow. We hustling. We shoveling to make money. We at the A&P, the Acme, some of the stores that might not be around now. Food Town. We was at those stores, help bagging up, making money. We was hustling. We was hustling kids back then. Outside playing football, red light, green light. Was other one, hide and seek, hopscotch. So we was more of an active outside type of kids, as opposed to now. Um, did we go to clubs? Yeah, we went to clubs. We hung out. We went to parties. We had parties. We had a lot of house parties. Our family, we had a lot of house parties. We was always in the house a lot, but we also did, hang outside. We would actually walk. We wasn't worried about having a car. We did some, have cars, but we weren't worried about having cars. We would walk from in Elizabeth. We would walk from downtown Elizabeth to Midtown to
Well,
Uptown.
my generation kind of, me and my friends used to walk everywhere too. I think
Okay.
it's more like Deza's generation
Okay.
that, they like the Ubers and stuff.
So yeah,
We was walking
different.
around.
I would have to say, like I said, the entitlement is different. We didn't feel entitled, and the loyalty and the respect is different.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Um, Wait, did it stop? Oh my, you're gonna have to send me yours.
No problem.
'Cause it was never recorded. Okay, so another thing is, let's see. what is a lesson that you had to learn the hard way that you think I'm learning now?
Um, after learning the hard way, but letting go, letting go, leaving people where they at. Um, it's I don't know if it's so much of learning the hard way. It's just about protecting your heart, protecting your heart, and know when to let things go, know when to let things be. Um, Everybody's not going to treat us the way we treat them, unfortunately. So I guess if that's a hard lesson, that's a hard lesson because family, friends, people that we love and we care about, who we think that have our best interests at heart, we kind of find out that they don't, and that's a hard pill to swallow. But understanding who you're working with, who you're dealing with, um, again, protecting your heart, protecting your peace at all costs, no matter who it is, friends, family, whatever. You got to protect your peace. You got to protect your heart because we give it to people and they just stomp on it. Some people don't deserve our heart, but we learn that later on, and you're learning it. You're
Yeah,
learning it, and
definitely.
just gotta protect your peace and your son. You gotta worry about your son. You gotta put you on a shelf for a little while, and make it all about him at all costs. Only him, taking care of him, at his best interest. When you think about doing something, when you think about things that you want to do in life, unfortunately, you got to put him first. You got to put his best interest first. Um, Same thing I did with y'all. Like now, I get to live.
Yeah, you be
You know,
outside.
people. Say what you want to say. People gonna judge you. Who cares? You can't worry about what people say. Can't even think about if they're gonna, have an opinion because their opinion ain't gonna pay your bills. So you just gotta, put his best interests at heart and live around him and until you're able to just enjoy life again. But not saying stop your life, but his life comes first and what's best for him comes first.
Okay, so let's just switch it a little bit again. We're still talking about generations. So, what did relationships look like back in your day? Yeah, I get to say back in your day now.
um, they was cool. They was cool. It's the same. Nothing changes. And from a woman's perspective, men gonna be men. Unfortunately, you have good men out there. You have crazy men out there. You have possessive men out there. Um, I don't see a difference. Your loyal men gonna be your loyal men. Your cheaters gonna be your cheaters, and it just is what it is. In that aspect, it doesn't change. But I would say that, um, and this is my opinion, I feel like the men back then protected the women more than they do today. Today we up against everybody, sassy men, uh, the other races, you know, other genders. So it's hard for women now, but back then I could say when men were in a relationship with women, they protected them differently than they do now, and they bragged about them, they showed them off. Even if they was cheating, they still showed off their woman who they was with. It wasn't no talk about no 50-50 because man that took
Always
care of his
provided.
women, yeah, men were providers. Men showed off to take care. They would be like, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. I ain't never want for nothing that's in the relationship that I was in back then. Like I always had the love, the respect, um, you know, the jewelry, the outfits, the sneakers.
Yeah, because
Um,
we call y'all the original city girls.
yeah, so it wasn't no talk about no 50-50. There's like, they men were providers then. Some are now, I'm not gonna take it, but our generation, back then relationships, men were providers. Men made sure that we was good. Whoever they was dealing with, they made sure they was good. Um, so I do see a little difference in that, but again, I'm not around, the younger people to really see it. But if I had to call it, I would say that like men definitely were protective of their women in a different way. They definitely provided for their women, and they had their grandfathers. Most of them had their grandfathers to look after, uncles to see. Whereas now, there's some of the kids do have that, but they're not paying attention. They're not paying attention to that. So we knew that our grandfathers came home. If they wasn't even home, like one of my grandfathers was on the road, but when he came home, the bills got paid. There was money on the table. So my grandmother never worked, so somebody was paying the bills.
Yeah.
So like, men seen that. Men seen that generation of men taking care of it. So they didn't want to let them down because the love that they looked up to their grandfathers. So they definitely were providers. I don't know where that 50-50 talk came from, but
this
it
generation.
it wasn't, like, and this my opinion. Real men take care of home, and real men take care of home first, despite what they doing outside. So,
but I feel like no shade to the 50-50, but our bills are a lot these days. The rent and stuff is high, so I don't.
that's true. That's true.
So maybe that's the 50-50 part, but
no, that's
still.
no excuse because if that was my grandfather, if my grandfather was living now and my grandmother's living now, I could see my grandfather going out. He gonna do whatever it takes, not in a bad way, not nothing illegal. He gonna go work harder to provide. Yeah, the bills are higher, rent is higher, electric and all that is higher, utilities is higher, but the way their mindset was, they would have made a way. They would provide it. And then again, you have the females that if they see, they're not gonna let their man struggle. It's like you got females that say, "Yeah, I want a man to take care of me." They get that part. Like I understand that part to a certain degree. Not lazy females, but they're not gonna let their man struggle. They're gonna help out where they want to help out at. It's not gonna be just like, oh, it's 50-50. You pay half and I pay half. Like it just wasn't a conversation. It just
50,
everybody.
Like nobody knew what everybody was doing.
If you had it, you had. If you had it, we had it. If I had it, we had it. Type of thing. Like it was no set conversation. Oh, you pay half for this and you pay half for that. No, that conversation wasn't there. Yeah, the bills are higher, but like I said, how I see it, my grandfather would have just went harder. That's it.
Okay. My platform, I talk about the healing journey and trying to become better. So, again, different generations. Do you feel like your generation dealt with emotions the way that this generation does now?
We crashed out different. Everybody gonna crash out no matter what, but yeah, definitely different. Again, the support was different. Like the cousins was there. The cousins we rolled out. Like we was there for each other, ride or dies for real. Like if we went through something, we kept it moving. We didn't have time. I think we just kept going. We didn't have time to really sink, like let heartbreak sink, let like you getting cheated on sink. We kept it moving. We kept having fun. We kept like next. We didn't sit. I don't think we kind of like sat still in it. Of course, you go through hurt, you go through pain, and I believe it was more hidden than anything because again we kept moving. So we learned to just deal with the pain differently, and opposed to now the generation now. There's all over social media. Men and women trashing each other on Instagram, Facebook. We didn't have that, so we didn't do that. Yeah, you heard about things. It was out there, but it wasn't like that trash session there. Like, of course, you got to parties, you seen females fighting over
I didn't have the shade room.
Yeah, so it was a different type of crash out. Like it was different, but no, we didn't dwell on it. We didn't stick there. We didn't stay there. We didn't stay there long. And we had the support. We had support of each other. Male cousins, female cousins. It was different. We was there. The friends that we had around us. We just partied. We had fun. Through the pain, we had fun.
See, think being a mom taught you about yourself?
I'm stronger than I know. I'm stronger than I thought. Yeah, you don't even know how strong you are until you go through stuff, and then raising kids is a whole nother level. I always used to talk about the level of defense, like me as a mom raising daughters. I feel like my level of defense was different than an average mom who might just have one daughter, one son. And I say that because I had to protect y'all on so many different levels, whether I was married or not married. But the level of protection I had to have, it was just me and y'all in the house. I had to make sure if somebody come to that door, they getting it. They gonna get it. Like, it's just like your mental is different. And not taking nothing from no one else that's a mom, but I just feel like my level of defense was differently than the average person. And I think that helped me as a mom and how I catered to y'all and how I raised y'all, and just wanting the best for y'all. You know, just wanting to show y'all different things, let y'all see a better version of what was around us, no matter where we lived at. So yeah, just the strength, because you never know your strength until you have to go through something. You don't know the strength of being a mom, and to see you guys grow up and see how y'all are now, makes me know that I did the right thing over the years. Y'all was listening, y'all was paying attention, and I did okay.
So what is one thing you hope that me and my sisters continue to carry as we grow?
Y'all bond. Y'all bond. I always told y'all that. People here, I had 3 daughters. They're like, oh, I know they gave you hell. I know they do. No, y'all didn't. Y'all really didn't. And I always told y'all, like, don't let nobody come between y'all bond. Y'all might have joked and cracked on each other, but y'all never had no fist fights. And I want y'all to continue that. Let nothing or no one get in the way. When I'm not here, whatever money's left, because that's always the topic. When somebody pass, you know, y'all split it evenly. And even if it's something, account that I forgot to put all y'all on, still split it evenly. And this video gonna be part of the will, so make sure you make sure. But yeah, continue your bond, continue your closeness. I love it, I adore it, I admire it. Just keep that up. Don't ever let that go. Don't let nothing or no one, no circumstance, because it's not gonna be worth it. And that sibling bond is everything. People take it lightly, but you know, I like your bond, so continue that.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna flip it a little bit. So I want to take this moment in the part of this episode to give you your flowers, because I don't think I say it enough, but I do say it. You know, when we were younger, there was a lot of things I didn't really understand, but now that I'm older and now I have a kid, I do see the world differently. Everything isn't just black and white. And I do want to say thank you for everything, because I don't think I ever really saw you have a bad day, but I know you had them, but you never really got to show us that. You always like held it together. And like, even like when it comes to our dads, you know, whatever y'all went through, we didn't get to really see that, or you never really talked about them badly. You didn't bash them. You always allowed us to just deal with them however we wanted to deal with them. And I respect that so much now, because even, you know, in my current situation, I try not to complain about it and just go on as I keep going, because always in the back of my head, I always say, I see my mom do this times 3. So if she could do this times 3 and she just got it done, then I know that I can do this. And you really didn't have a choice. You showed up every day. You did have a support system. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Our grandparents were perfect, but you really didn't have a choice. And that really what motivates me today with my own kid. Right. And you are the main reason I do feel like I can do anything as being a mom, because even now at your age, you just still getting up and you're going. You are knocking down so many goals and things. So you show me that I don't have to put myself in one box, and I can really be a jack of all trades and do whatever I want to in this world. Right. And I'm just grateful that I can call you, because I see these videos on TikTok and they be like, oh, nobody's coming to save you, which is kind of true. You do have to learn how to do things yourself and go through things on your own. But my mom is coming to save me at my big age.
All day, every day.
She is always going to come save me. So I just want to say I love you and thank you.
Thank you. And I appreciate that. One of the things you just said is the reality. We don't, as mothers, most of us really don't get a choice. You know, you do have some women just say, oh, forget it, and they just throw the kids to the dad, and I applaud them for that if they have that option. But yeah, sometimes we don't have an option. So, and you can make it hard with going to court, and you can make all the drama with being that baby mama drama, like having all that. I didn't want that in my life. I chose peace, and when I chose peace, how my peace looks may not be the way someone else's peace looks. So you know me to protect y'all and protect peace, and like you said, not bring stuff around y'all. It's like I had to chalk up some things, swallow some things, and just keep it moving on my own. And like you said, yeah, I had a great support system when it came to y'all, which was a blessing. And that's why I tell y'all, don't take your support system for granted. But when you have to do it by yourself, you just, again, your mindset is different. Your mind frame is different. You're not thinking what the average person is thinking, because you want to get past this. You want to get through this. You want to get ahead of this. You don't want to be worried about, like, the blessing is I didn't have to worry about like my kids going hungry. I was blessed. Y'all was blessed, and that's God. There's nobody but God. Like, the prayers work. Prayers work. My grandmother prayers work. My mother prayers work. They work for me. They dwindle down to y'all. They work, because I definitely couldn't do it without God. But the reality is, like, there wasn't too much of a choice in the matter. And I would never talk bad about y'all father, because again, that's their story to tell. That's on them, what they did and how they did things with y'all. That was on them. I left the door open for them to come see y'all whenever they wanted to come see y'all. Whatever they chose to do with y'all, y'all was going to draw that conclusion of however y'all felt about y'all father. It wasn't going to be me bashing them. It wasn't going to be me talking about them. So I left that door open for them and for y'all to have that relationship with them however y'all see fit. But I didn't have to. Like, I didn't have to bash them to make myself look good. I didn't have to, talk about them or talk bad about them. I chose them. At some point in my life, I chose them. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, that would be bad for me to be sitting there and talk about them to y'all, because at some point in my life, I was with them. Not just one night stands, or not just, it was like at some point in my life I was with them, and they're all good guys. They're all good guys overall. So at the choice, we all grow, we all move on, and some things end. Some things have to come to an end. We all grow, got older, see different things differently, see life differently, and we choose differently. So that's cool. Flowers, I appreciate them.
And just, what is advice you would just give to all generations? Your generation, my generation, and the upcoming generation.
Number one, pray. Number two, dare to be you and still be loved. Another thing is mental. God He's not pleased with all that judging. We can't judge people based on what other people say. Have your own opinion. Draw your own conclusion. And again, don't judge. Stop jumping on bandwagons. There's so many people in this generation jump on bandwagons, and it's horrible. I don't like it. When I see it, I just kind of makes me mad and sad, because if your mindset is that weak to where you'll jump on a bandwagon just because the majority is jumping on it, that's a huge problem. Read, get your own interpretation of things. Whether it's the Bible, the Quran, whatever religion you choose, read upon it. Don't go based on someone else's words, someone else's interpretation. Have your own, again, knowledge. Knowledge is power. Again, I say read a lot, because, and listen, there's a lot of, you can listen to books now, so you don't want that. Listen to self-help books, listen to motivational books, listen to encouragement books, listen to stuff that's going to empower you. Don't listen to stuff that's going to make you sad and make you have flashbacks and think about the past. The past is the past. Leave it back there. Continue to make a future for yourself that you desire. Speak it. Speak life into existence. Whatever you want for you, your kids, speak it into existence. Your tongue is powerful. You are powerful. Take back your authority. We have authority. God gave us authority to call whatever we want to existence. That's in alignment with Him now. Speak upon it. Use your power. Use your authority. People are losing their power. People are giving so many other people their power. They're worried about the next person. They worry about what the next person is saying about them. You lose power. You lose who you are. Stay true to you. what you want in life, get those goals met, and keep it moving. Don't look left, don't look right, look straight forward and stay focused. Focus in. So many distractions in this world. I could go on and on and on with this one. But it's like, stay focused. Let those distractions go. Somebody bothering you. If you pick up a book or you about to read something and your phone start ringing, you know that's a distraction. Don't answer it, because in that moment you're supposed to be reading and you're supposed to listen to something. Continue to listen to it. Don't get distracted easily. It's very easy to get distracted, but try not to. I'm always going to say, go back to always pray. Pray, pray, pray. Pray about everything and anything, and always give God his thanks.
Okay, and do you have anything for me?
No, I like that you got this going on, because it's you don't know what you say and what you do that would touch someone else. Whatever made you feel like you wanted to do a platform and speak on things, because it's needed. And we have a lot of podcasts. There's so many podcasts out here talking about everyday stuff, things that's happened in the world negatively. So continue to keep your platform positive. Continue to help guide others, because the person that you're helping the most is not going to be the person who tell you, not going to be the person that you know that's even listening or watching. So don't stop, what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And I think that's it.
Well, let's wrap it up. If y'all feel this episode, y'all know, like, subscribe, share. I will be tagging my mom's YouTube channel in this as well, so you guys can go over to her channel and subscribe to her channel as well.
And get the book.
Oh, and her book, When Did I Become an Enemy? Yes, you can find it on YouTube. It's in her bio. Amazon is also in her bio, the link. So yeah, get the book. Don't judge the book by the cover. It really is a good book. So thank y'all for tuning in. This is Sip, Spill, and Be Real.
Peace.